And I'll be fixing everything, and because there is always something to be fixed, this DesignJet HP printer, it got black ink leak and a fault. I think it's 2210, which is the service station is actually filled up, and the motor, the fault is actually overcurrent on the motor of the whole assembly. It's like a moving mechanism. So in this video I'll show you how to remove the assembly and how to service the assembly as well. So now, first thing, we want it powered off. You need a Torx screwdriver, and also what you need is gloves, because otherwise your wife or your man, if you're a woman, it's not going to be very happy with what you do. And just to protect your screen, really. Now, after this, we'll need to turn the printer on and just stop it in a moment that the head it's moved out of the way. Okay, so let's turn it on now. I'll just switch it in the power. Okay, and we'll just give it a second. We're waiting to boot up. Close the window to continue, okay. And we got the head out of the way. I stopped it in the moment that it was booting. Okay, first step is done. Now, maybe on this side, we got a plastic cover right here that we need to remove. This is a T20 Torx and does not fit, maybe. Does it fit? No, it's smaller one. Bring a smaller one. Okay, so a T15. Get out. We need a place somewhere to store these. There is one more screw right here that we need to remove. It's not that hidden, I'm not going to show you exactly where it is. So we are now removing the front plastic cover. There we go. Now we'll go on the back. You can see the ink on the side here as well. All the length is exactly the same. And now, if I didn't miss any of the screws, we should be able to just pull this one out. Yeah, you can see such a big leak you got on the back. Yeah, keep that in mind. This will need to be rinsed and washed. Okay, next. Now, because we already moved the carriage out of the way, we don't need to unlock it. Maybe if I show you. Here it's better. So now, can you see this screw and this one right there? Small one. Second small one. Now we need to disconnect the connector right here. Just pull it out like this, yeah. And I think if you pull, you just see. Okay, sorry. If you look here, you will see that this piece needs to go down. I'm just rotating, just like this. There we go. It passes this. So in the moment you can see nothing really. This is the moment you can pull the assembly out. There we go, just like this. Okay. So now this is removed. Installing the new one is exactly the same. You can see where the leak is coming from. This bucket here is what collects the black ink. Okay, this is actual ink bucket, and you can see it's overflowing. It's overflowing badly. So we go to the sink to just assemble the whole thing. Good. Now on the inside, it's also good to be cleaned, but for now, let's just get our attention to this one right there. So let's see now, cleaning the assembly on the service station on this HP. You need a Torx screwdriver. I'll tell you the size now. Size is T10. If you have a burned motor, you can only replace the motor if you want. This one starts to leak now, so let's be relatively quick. Three bolts on top. Screws, sorry, not bolts. Here is the third one. And there is one hiding. Here in the middle of the factory. Can you see it right there? Now let's remove the top. it from here and from here, and we have this one removed, and this one can be also unclipped from here, I think. Yes, it can, yeah. Sure enough, how. Well, just like this, and you can see the order they're in. Not that it matters that much, but okay. Right. This is the black one, not a lot of black, and this here. We'll give them a little wash in a second. And now we need to take out this side from the bottom one. Well, this assembly needs to be dismantled as well, so we can wash it on the inside. You can see there is a few taps here and here, and also here and here. Can you see? Good. Let's take it out. This one I think we can wash together, but we'll see. Okay, this is the important bit here. We need to dismantle. So the first one is onto here. Push the tap in with your finger and take this. Now there should be another one somewhere. Okay. This is where this one sits. Okay, give me a second to check where the tap was. Okay, so I'll need 2 new gloves, because I don't want to touch my screwdriver with fingers with ink on them. One onto here and one onto here. Okay, a little bit stuck in place. You can see how full it is. This one is full. Good job. Okay. This one rotates like this. Takes the ink out. You can see. Maybe if I show like this. Then it just pushes the ink out. Good. So now to start cleaning. I need to take this one out, like so. This is nasty. Look all this ink. Okay, anyway. I scraped as much as I could from here. Let's try to scrape as much as we can from this wheel now. This can be removed, which is good. This glove goes directly into the bin. And this one. Okay, so now let's put all of them into a tray. One by one, the plastic parts. Plastic part, plastic part. These will stay here for now, and this one will be like that. Okay, now. Okay, so I forgot a little bit where were we exactly, but we'll get to it now. So let's start with this. You can actually remove the whole thing, but I think so can it will do a good job. Okay. No need to find another tray to put them in. There we go. Another tray. And now this one. Moves nicely, this one moves perfectly fine. So this is good and clean, I think. I'll just remove this one for a second to make sure this is clean. It is, yeah. Clean. Let's see, we got the black one. Pink one, a red one. I'm sorry. Yellow. and cyan. Now I'll just quickly give a clean to the assembly right here. See if there is any. Good. Let's see this one now. Is this one clean? It is very clean actually. This is lovely. Got a piece of ink here. Just get it out. And this one. Let me take some. I'm taking some liquid soap. You can see dish soap. This one is full of ink. So I'm just removing the pieces under the. Let me see if it's clean. Does not look perfect, but it's very good. You can see that the foam is still looking relatively white. After cleaning, it's not that dirty, which means that there is no ink, or at least not that much. Good. This one here I will grab in my hand and I'll just squeeze. Until I see no more color coming out. We can actually put some soap inside it. Soap it up, go to the next one, squeeze it up a little bit, put some soap. You see the soap is staying white. This means that they're absolutely, they have no color on the inside. But it's dyed, yeah. You can see I ruined them a little bit by just, they sit in there, but they're fine. Now, let's see the black one. Okay, let me just stop my video for a second. Now, making sure. Get it close and disinject the water on the inside, and we can take the ink out. How clean it is. So let's continue. Fortunately, we can't clean it 100%, but it is pretty clean. You can see when I squeeze it, only clean water is coming out. Good. Good. Now, let's wash my sink. Before it's too late. And let's start with the real dirty stuff. Clean. Only white water is coming out, yeah? No colors. Maybe a little bit of red, but It is clean. Good. And now the nasty part. Man, this is awful. White foam. What do you want to see? Clean, good. Okay, now big boss. Okay, good. This one is also clean. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to fold this one like this and like this in order to be sealing the soaking. Oh, nothing, it's not sealing, meant to be fitting in the soaking area. There we go, just like this. Okay, my one is still damp, but it should be okay. Fortunately, I had a problem with the hard drive, so this took my attention, but where were we? We put this cloth in, and now this part, what we want is this to go in. My roof is leaking. That's no good, but anyway. So it was like this, right? Was it like this? Don't remember. Let me check my footage. Yeah, that's the way it was. Yeah. Because I squeezed it here. Otherwise, when it's made 2008, good. Now we need this part that was scrubbing onto the wheel. You see how exactly was mounted. That's the way it was, yeah. You can see how it's scrubbing onto it. Okay. Now I'm going to join them together. Good. This is the side we need. Yeah. I just want to see what does what exactly in here. Okay. Did this one locked? Yeah. Did this one locked? Yes. Okay. Now I have in my pocket all of the little screws. I did not forget them. When I was cleaning, that means this one, we'll see where this one came from. So I got this one now. And that's what we want. Let's bolt it with one of the screws. What I told you, was it T10? T10 to be done. Good. Now let's go to here. I'll just go and tap it onto some dry cloth. Okay, now the metal part needs to clip into place onto here. Is it possible to put it in the wrong direction? Yes, it is. So let me check my footage to see which is the correct direction. Okay, now this bit, that's how it looks. You can see it goes here. My kid goes to bed, I can hear, and like so. Good. Okay, now we need to lubricate it so it moves easier. If this video is helpful to you and you're getting anything out of it and it will save you money, I'll be very happy if you decide to support me and press the thanks button. What grease I'm using, you asking? Molykote EM30L for plastics. But you can see it disintegrates from the heat, which is not the best. But still, for gears, it's unbeaten. Very good one. Good. Next, here onto the tooths. Here on the side here, where it moves, because this moves onto here, yeah. Good. Okay, now let's put it all together. Any more positions where it's sliding. You can see where all of the dots where it needs lubrication. This one feels okay. And this edge looks into here, you see now. Yep. You saw? Come on. There we go. Like this. Next is this one, which I don't remember. Look what mess I made anyway. Now try to squeeze them into a piece of cloth so they're not that damp. Very beautiful, my piece. Good. Now, where were we? Good. Now let's move this one back now. You need this thing here to clip in place. Come on, you little thing. This is very important step. If it doesn't clip in place, it's not being fitted correctly. There we go, now it's in place. Here needs to clip as well. Good, let's move it. There we go. Good. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Good. Good job. And this is the ratcheting mechanism you can see. Can you see on the left? So the whole mechanism moves. It tips. This one tips the drops right there and they go in there. Okay. I'll put the screws now. Here, 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 here and here. 1, 2, 3. These are for mounting, yeah. So only 3 here. And I have 2 for the motor. 1. Now I put the screws back in. Let's see if there is any spots that we need to lubricate. Yes, there is a few here and here. Let's move it again. Yeah, it moves okay. Good. Good now. This one looks okay. Give it a last test. Okay, now for installing the unit, it needs to be put all the way to the back. And what you need to be careful about is front lip sits on this plastic, rear lip sits on this plastic. One top side locks, it doesn't lock, it slides into here, and one slides into there. So single-handedly with the left hand, I'll give it a try. Okay, on the front you can see this one goes on the bottom, so it needs to go on the top like this. On the back it's okay, and here it's okay, both lips are on. And now when you look here, it needs to have two bolts exactly where it's supposed to be. Okay, I'll screw the bolts now. Okay, just turn it on. Now it will tell us that we need to close the cover. Now it might have other issues. I don't know, we're just looking for a 2110 to disappear. 2110 is still here, which is not very good. Maybe if I connected the motor, it was going to be a bit different, but how can we know? I'll stop it from the power and I'll connect the motor now. I'll turn that over again. Okay, let's see if 2110 disappears after connecting the cable for the service unit. The servicing unit moved, I saw it. I guess this passed the servicing unit testing. Oh, well, that's how to fix the 2110 fault. I hope this video is helpful to you, and I'll see you on to the next one. Bye bye. Yes!